A very good evening. Welcome to the AMA session. I think we're all set. So today it's me. I have Anish with me. Anish got his visa approved recently. I also have a few people from my team joining in. So the agenda is going to be, I'm going to quickly give you a couple of updates about the visa process for fall 2026. Post that, Anish will take over for a bit. He's going to share his experience. You can ask some questions to him because he went through the process very recently. And then we'll have an open floor for questions, discussion, whatever else you guys want to discuss. So that's the agenda. So Anish, I'll quickly take them through the updates and then we can, start with your part.
Sure, sure.
Okay. So I have just put together a very quick, um, not really a presentation, but like few pointers. So let me just share my screen and we can discuss that. All right. Can you guys see my screen? All right. Before we start, sorry, I just forgot about this thing. How many of you are here for the fresh and how many of you have a refusal? Can you just let me know in the comment box if you're here for a fresh slot, just type in fresh. If it's your first, I mean, second attempt, third attempt, just let me know. So just put a comment in so fresh, refusal, fresh. Okay. All right. So looks like it's a mix. Okay. And how many of you have already got an appointment? If you've already booked an appointment, just type in a yes. Waiting for slots. Okay. No. Okay. So anybody here has an appointment? I can only see the nose. Anybody here who already has an appointment booked? No one. Okay. Fine. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, let's get started. So the visa process, especially the US visa process, and that too for F1, has seen quite a bit of changes in the last, I would say, 1 to 1.5 year. So I wanted to quickly update you all on what is the current scenario, what are the current rules, so that you are, at par with what the embassy is doing right now. And then we can, go into the details. So the biggest policy change which has happened is the 1 year waiting rule for refuse slot. So this is not a rumor. This is not just something which people are saying. It's a confirmed policy change. If you have a refusal, there will be a waiting period of 1 year before you get the next appointment, right? So those of you with a refusal might already be seeing this, that it's taking you, 10 months, 11 months, 12 months to get the next appointment. So I think that's the biggest thing to realize and keep in mind that this attempt that you have is what is there, in front of you, which you need to work towards. If you get a refusal for fall 2026, you will have to wait till fall 2027 to, give your attempt again. This was new, by the way. Like, there was a time, I think in 23, where people were giving attempts 2 times, 3 times. I've even seen students giving 4 attempts in 1 year. So that's not going to happen anymore, right? That's the number one. Second, I'm little surprised to see none of you have a visa slot because visa slots have already started opening. Just last week, we booked 2 appointments for dates in April and in May. So visa slots are already open. Probably you're not looking at all the embassies. Maybe that's why you're not seeing the appointments because the appointments we booked, I think, were in Mumbai and in Delhi, these two locations. So start early with the visa slot. The earlier in the intake that you go for the interview, the better the approval rates, the better the chances. So don't constrain yourself to one particular consulate or one location. Keep your options open. There's not much difference in the approval rate, I would say, between embassy to embassy, and visa slots are already open. So do keep that in mind. Okay, don't think that slots haven't opened or don't wait for any bulk opening. It's not necessary that they will do one huge opening. It might be minor openings throughout the entire intake. So do pay your visa fees, start tracking and start monitoring that. The third rule to keep in mind is social media monitoring, social media screening is mandatory. It's part of the process now. So once you give your interview, you will go through the social media check. So there's no direct approval now. There was a time when visa officer would say, "Congratulations, your visa is approved. Welcome to the US." All of these things. That doesn't happen now. Now the best thing you can hear is, "I'm keeping your passport, and here's your 221G refusal," which essentially means that you're through with the interview, but they will do a social media check. And this starts with your DS 160. So we have an entire video where we have explained how to properly put your handles, how to make sure that it's visible to the visa officer. We can send it across to all of you after the session. So do take a look at that and follow that. This update is really, really important. And I cannot stress this enough, how averse the embassy is to bots, AI, any use of technology for that matter. A few months back, many appointments got cancelled because they detected bots in the account. So be extra careful how you do this process. Booking appointments have to be completely manual, no bots, no automation. Do not use ChatGPT extensively. I mean, all of us are going to use it. There's no denying, but do not use it extensively. Do not frame your answers, your DS-160 purely with ChatGPT because all of these things are being flagged by the embassy. Earlier visa officer used to say, don't give me a rehearsed answer. Nowadays, they say, don't give me a ChatGPT answer because they can understand whether the answer is your own, personal opinion or perspective, or if it's sounding too perfect, too rehearsed. So use technology very wisely. That's my advice. And make sure that it's not something which can be flagged by the embassy. The last update I have is about the DS-160 form. Every intake, we have students coming to us after their biometric saying that, I want to review my form and make changes. So after biometric, your DS-160 form is locked. You cannot do any changes in that. So biometric is sort of your deadline for, finalizing, making changes in the DS-160 form, which also means making changes in your university. So any change you want to do in your university, in your admit, needs to be done prior to biometrics. Nothing can happen before that. And make sure that this document is proofread, it is checked, it's verified. Plus, if you find any mistake and if your biometric is not done, you can always fill in the form and get it updated in the biometrics. So uh, I think there's a certain kind of belief that if I change my DS-160, my appointment will change. That's not true. The DS-160 and appointment are not related to each other. So even if you booked a visa slot, but you want to change your form, you can still go ahead and do that till the biometric. And the last thing, which I will be focusing in this session is the visa approval, right? I think many of you messaged that as well. So see, when approval happens, there are many factors. When a rejection happens also, there are many factors. But the biggest factor, which is kind of tilting the odds, either this way or that way, has become the university, which is why if you observe, we are also focusing a lot on the university selection. We want all of you to get that right first. So pay a lot of attention to your university. You might be in a stage right now where you still have an option to get admits or, opt for a better university. So a good university will make a lot of things easy for you. Rejection rates have been rising. Again, all this is happening post, I would say, fall, post spring 2025. There has been like an increase in the number of rejections. Scrutiny is rising fast. So you're going in a year where there are certain pros because the intake is less, number of students going is less, so lesser competition. But you're also going in a year where the scrutiny is high. These officers are going to take proper in-depth interview. So again, I think it's good to be aware of the environment factors that tighter scrutiny means no margin for error. So proper university, proper DS-160 form, good answers, and of course, good presentation and confidence. All of these have to come together for an approval. And we put together a checklist, but I think we can send it to you guys. So these are my quick updates. So just to summarize it, keep in mind that this attempt that you're going to give should be your best attempt. Otherwise, you have to wait for a year. Slots are already open, so do not wait. Start tracking, start monitoring. Pay attention to your university and make sure that you use technology very, very wisely. And think of it as a collective effort, okay? All the factors need to come together for an approval to happen. So we're going to split the session into two parts. For the first part, I have with me Anish. He got his visa approved, I think, about a month back, right? So he's here to share his experience and take up some of your questions. And post that, I'll take over and I can cover whatever you guys want. So Anish, over to you.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we can
Thank you.
have a quick intro first for
Yeah,
everyone.
sure. Uh, my name is Anish. I'm from Calcutta, and I'd applied for a master's program for an MBA, and I was lucky enough to get an admit, and I got the admit letter in December. And but like today's admit letter seems only a halfway battle because then we have to get the visa, and that battle started. And initially, I filled my DS-160 up, and I was praying to get some slots, and I was checking it again and again, and when I got some slot. I got a slot in late January, and I reached out to uh, Sachi at that point to help me with the uh, planning. And so it was a little. So it was so I was very scared about the interview because I had prior experience of being in the US. I had done my commercial pilot training from US around in 2019, 2020. So I had some US travel history as a tourist and as a and as a trainee pilot, and I thought that is a strong thing in my profile, but it became the thing which which we ended up preparing for most, and that prep really helped me because yeah. So talking about the interview experience now, my interview was at Hyderabad, and it was like around I think 8:30 a.m. slot in the morning. And so they're like they're the non-immigrants and the immigrant visa thing, and I was in the non-immigrant line, and there were a lot of people. But I think in January there were not a lot of student visa applicants because I think it's not a very peak season. So, but there were a lot of H-1B renewals and a lot of those people, and like it was very scary as we were going towards the counter. Things were getting more and more scary because I was seeing people getting rejected again and again. And I think there were 7, 8 F1 people. I could see their I-20, so I knew that they were for F1 and or maybe M1. I'm not sure, but I saw like I was the last person to reach in my slot timing, so I was at the end of the line. So I could see a lot of them getting their visas rejected. So that made me more scared. And the person I went to in the counter as well, he was also very very uh, like maybe aggressive is the word for him. He was very, very out there. He was very demanding in terms of the questions he was asking. So he asked me, why do you want to go to the US? So currently I am doing my own business. So my plan was to tell him to return to my own business. And he really pressed me on the point that I was even prepped about that like I was told that he's going to really ask you about why did you go to the US for your pilot training? Why did you not pursue that? And I was not initially expecting him to ask it, but I was prepared for it, and he ended up asking me a lot of questions about it. Then he asked me a lot about my school. Why do I want to go for my MBA? Why do I want to return? What are my linkages here? What does my family do? And like the person before me, he had just rejected her visa, so I was very scared going to him, and he was already very he seemed a little aggressive, but so like it lasted for around 2.5, 3 minutes. He was just firing questions again and again, again and again, and at the end of it, he kept my passport, handed me the social media form. I don't know what number we call it. That form he gave me, and yeah. So after a couple of days, I got the approval. So that's my short story of how I got the visa.
All right, great. And you're still here because it's for a fall intake. You're
It's for the fall intake. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I wanted to point out. Somebody asked me that when does fall start? Guys, you can apply 1 year ahead. Okay, so you don't have to wait till April or May to apply for fall. So as per, again, this is I would say a fairly new rule. About 2 years back, I think they changed this, that you can apply 1 year ahead for your visa. So if for fall 2026, technically you're eligible 1 year in advance. Just that universities don't give I-20s that early, right? That's why obviously you don't go like 1 year ahead for the interview. But yeah, so Anish is for the fall intake and he got his visa done like in Jan. So that's the thing for you. So questions for Anish, feel free to raise your hand or put it in the chat box and we can take it up one by one. So any questions, you can put it in the chat box or just raise your hand. All right. Okay, Ayush, do you want to give a go?
Hello, ma'am. Hi, Anish.
Hi, Ayush.
Ayush here. Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask that how did you tackle the questions related to the different types of field you have been? Like you have been earlier for a CPL, something related to a pilot training something, and currently you are going for an MBA. So how did you tackle the question that why these two different things and pursuing right now MBA?
So I was just honest about it, and that is what we had prepped for. Like the thing is, because when I finished my pilot training, by the time I had gotten my license, COVID had come, so there were no jobs in the aviation industry, and at that point, I could not pursue, like I could not get a pilot's job. So I gave him this explanation, and I don't know if he bought it or not because he was very plain in his expression, but he did approve my visa. So in hindsight, maybe he did buy it. So that is how I tackled the question of why I did not pursue aviation because there was COVID at that point.
Just to add to this, in addition to this, we have also highlighted how parallelly an opportunity was there for him.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
When he started that opportunity picked up, he could do well, he could contribute. So he kind of transitioned. So we made it a gradual transition. And that's what you should do if you're switching the domains. Visa officer should not feel like you're suddenly jumping from one field to another.
Yeah.
Any change has to be gradual. It should be a smooth transition. All right. Next question is from Darshini. Darshini, do you want to go?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Anish. I just have one question. So you said previously you have traveled to US. So what are the advantage that you have when you go for the interview that you already have some history of going and coming back?
So as I said, I was thinking of that to be as an advantage, but like it
Hmm.
can also work against you because I had been to the US quite a bit. Like I had been there 5 6 times, and he pointed it out. He said, "Why did you go to US so many times?" And but
Hmm.
I had reasons why I went every time. So I told him that I went. I told him why did I go and when did I go, and so he seemed fine with it. But so I think if you have US travel history,
Hmm.
that's a little bit advantageous. But even if you don't have it, it does not hurt, or having it does not help that much. At the end, I think they're looking
Okay.
for that intent that you are a genuine student and that you're willing to return. I think like at least that is what I grasped out of it.
Okay, okay. My question is, yeah, I understood. I also have a previous history of visiting US for 6 months, and so now I'm going for a F1. I mean, fall 2026 intake. The main thing is I have changed my passport because of some address change, and I have my new passport now. But my visa, where I went, is in the old passport. So is that make a difference, or is that create a problem?
So I am no expert, but like maybe Saji can take it up. But based on my experience, I had my visa and my old passport. It was never a problem. Whenever I used to travel, I used to carry my old, like even B2 was in my previous passport. So it was always fine in that sense. But like you want to take it up, maybe this question.
Yeah. So, see, the passport doesn't matter because all the passports are linked. Like your current
Okay,
passport is linked to the old passport, so they can see the entire history, irrespective of the
okay,
passport. Which
okay.
visa were you on in the US?
US, I was in J1, short-term scholar.
Okay. So see, now you were on one program, now you're moving to another program. So that's the main question here. Like just like how for Anish, he was on a pilot training, now he's going, for a management program. So
Ah,
whether your previous domain and this domain, are they related? Is there any change? Why do
okay,
you want, what more do you want to do this time? Right?
okay,
These will be the questions. And in the
okay,
DS1, you will have to declare all the previous results irrespective of the passport.
okay, okay, okay. So, as you suggested, it should be very gradual. From the point I have started my studies from my bachelor's until now, it should be very gradual.
Correct. And the more
Okay,
degrees you accumulate, the more specialized, more narrow you need to be.
okay,
If it's in the same
understood.
program, that is, right? So, yeah.
Okay, okay, understood, Sakshi. Okay, thank you. I'll come
Uh,
back again. Yeah.
sure. Anish, couple of questions for you from the chat. So I think it's a very genuine thing. I'm scared about my visa interview, and how did you handle the visa fear? So I think this is something which everybody, all of us need to kind of figure out. So Anish, I think you were also under immense pressure when you went, right, for your interview. So how did you manage that? No, I think he just got disconnected. Let's just give him a minute to join back.
I'm so sorry it got disconnected at that point. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah, no
sorry.
problem. I'll just repeat the question for you. So
Yeah.
this is from the chat. So Alvira wants to know, I'm scared for the interview, which I think is very genuine. All of us have, this interview
Mm.
fear, especially like this year. So what was the way you overcome it? Because you were also under, I think, quite a bit of pressure, to get it done this
Yeah.
time. And what tips can you give about this?
See, like first of all, being scared is normal. I couldn't sleep the entire night before the interview, so that fear is common between me and all my other friends who have gotten visas and anyone I speak to. So that is completely normal to be scared. But I think what helps here is being confident and like to be confident. Like once I know that I have prepared, I have answers to all the questions, and I'm ready for the interview. Then that you can be more confident about it. So I would just like suggest to prep and prep. And if you've prepped up good and you're prepared for all the questions, there's nothing to be scared about because at the end of the day there are only a finite amount of questions that you can ask, and if you have answers to those questions it's all fine. So yeah, like it does get scary, but if you are prepped, like it helps. So that would be my suggestion, to just prep properly, and that will give you more confidence. And at the end of the day, if you're confident, that really helps in the interview. So if you can do breathing or whatever makes you calm down, so that I think that can be really helpful.
Yes. And do practice by speaking. I
Mm.
think that's something which helps. So when we work with students, we see many times people prefer reading or listening to the recordings of the sessions, but that's a different skill. You need to develop a speaking skill. So stand in front of a mirror, take mocks, speak it out. The moment you hear yourself speak, right, that's when the thing gets real, and you keep doing that is when you will figure out that, okay, I am capable of speaking in front of a stranger. All right, next question from Praniti.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Actually, I have already completed my master's and I was trying for PhD. I got into two universities. One university, I got offer letter without funding. another university, they told that they will be funding. I mean, they will be giving me scholarship, but it will take time. They were saying that that letter will come after end of the spring. So if I have to book, I need to have I-20, and in order to get that I-20, I should be submitting this scholarship letter along with my passport. These are the two things. So in order to apply for the get the slot of visa, I should be getting this letter. So it would be delayed, right?
Yes. So see, when it comes to a PhD, a funded PhD has much, much better approval chance compared to a non-funded one. So in your situation, if you're waiting for a funded one, it makes sense to wait.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, don't rush with the admit you have. If you're expecting the other one, then wait.
Yes, yes. Another university also, I was trying for funding PhD. Means there are certain scholarships which we can apply. I took help of one professor, and through him I tried applying, but I'll be getting result late spring. So I'm also I also wanted to go if and only if I'm getting funding right now, because
Yeah.
I'm already working and I don't want to do double masters. Instead, I wanted to do PhD only. So, but I'm a bit scared of this visa thing.
Yeah, I mean, we are here for you for the visa, so don't worry. But yeah, I would also say wait for a funded PhD. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Guys,
Thank you.
just a quick reminder, questions for Anish first. I'm here, okay? So he has other things to do, so he'll be logging off soon. So whatever questions you want to ask him, let's wrap that up and then we can come to, the general ones. Sushma, any question for Anish?
No, ma'am, I just have a question for you. Probably I'll just
No.
take it a bit
All right.
later.
Ayush, do you have any question for Anish?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, Anish, I wanted to ask something related to that social media vetting. As we all know that we do have some kinds of means our opinions or something like that in the background of our minds, that scrolling or liking something like a political thing or something like that. So how did you tackle that? As ma'am also said earlier, that before the submission of the DS 160 and everything, or the visa thing, we need to have it clear in our Instagrams or any different platforms. So how did you tackle that?
So, see, it's very difficult to control likes, I believe, to a certain extent. But I like whatever comments I had, like even which I think which could hurt me, like even 0.1%, I ended up deleting the comments. I deleted the posts. Actually, I did not want to take any risks. Some people do not go as aggressive as me, but I went quite aggressive here. I ended up clearing my social media to a very great extent. I took 2 days and I vetted all of my social media handles like LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, which whatever I submitted, and I submitted my profile links of after I filled my DS 160 after I vetted my social media, and I had made them public until and after I got my passport back. So that is what how that is. And in terms of likes, we do end up liking a lot of posts, but I don't think so you can control that. And I don't think so that like they'll go as deep as seeing which all posts did you like. But yeah, if you've liked some post which is really derogatory to the US government or something like that, then I should like just go ahead and delete that or disassociate whatever you can do at that point with that post just to be sure.
Uh, Sorry. For in continuance to this question itself, I wanted to just ask, including you as well, ma'am, that is it preferred to like just delete that account and create a fresh one, or does it create a bad image that this is a fresh account, something like that?
No,
Don't delete
I'll
any account.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
that's what I would say. Don't delete anything because when you delete, right, and if they Google, sometimes it still shows that deleted account. It doesn't just vanish, from the search. So do not delete, but tweak, clean, and cleaning again. I think different people have different perspectives. I wouldn't suggest a very rigorous deleting of everything and like, making it look like you never existed. I think that's also suspicious. You need to appear as normal as you can, right? Like any normal person would have few posts, would probably like something, would probably have shared, would be part of some communities. So that's what you need to do. So you essentially need to check for anything political, anything anti-US, anything Trump, either pro or con, both are a problem. So these are the few things to do a check. And just to put things in perspective, till now we haven't seen, though I've read on Reddit, but I'm just talking about my experience of working with students. I haven't seen anyone fail the 221G till now, right? So which means that unless it's something really blatant and out there, I don't think it's like a wedding from that angle. But of course, we all need to be careful. There's no margin for taking any chances. So yes, don't delete anything, but do like a sweep. Just go through things. All right. I hope that answers your question, Ayush. Sayali, any question for Anish?
Yeah, hi. Hi, Sachi. I hope you're doing well.
Yes.
Hi, Anish. First
Hi.
of all, congratulations. And I have a question related to your visa interview. When you visited US earlier, were you working at that time in India or in USA? And did they ask you any questions related to your work during that interview, or did they ask so many questions related to your travel history? So can you share that experience? Because in my case, when I gave my interview in last year, they brought up my old travel history to US and my stay in the US. So that was the main highlight of my visa interview, and because of which I got refused. So I just wanted to know what all questions did they ask you regarding your travel history.
Okay, got it. No, thank you. Thank you for wishing me. And like first of all, he asked me, like I remember he said one line that you've been to the US quite a bit. Why did you go to the US so much? So I just explained him, telling that I've been to the US like various times for some tourism purposes, for some business meetings, and he then after that he did not press on it. Like the only thing that he pressed on that why was I there for my pilot? Why was I there for like 8 months? I told him for pilot training. Then he pressed me on the fact that why did I not pursue it in terms of my current work. Yes, he did pursue. He did press me on it that what am I doing currently when I'm away? How will my business run? When do I like what do I expect to gain out of that MBA that will help me in my business? What is my plan after coming back? How do I want to grow the business? What does my business do? So yeah, he did ask me quite a bit about my work, but he did not. Yeah, and he wanted to like really understand that how my business will run while I'm away for 2 years and pursuing my MBA, and what are my long-term plans with the business. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Sorry. Any last questions for Anish before we jump into our Q&A? Harish, you have any questions for Anish?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yep.
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay. Hi, Anish. Congrats on your visa approval. I just have one question. Like, did you have like various social media accounts and did you submit every one of them? Because I have like 10 email IDs and more than 10 social media accounts. Should I submit everything or how did you do? Because you did say you scrutinized your own profile. So you may have had two or three profiles. I'm not sure about it. So I'm just asking for what you did.
So I only submitted like even I like I might have multiple profiles, but I think they mentioned in the DS 160 whatever profiles that I've been active on. So I was active on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. So I ended up submitting those three. And even if I had other Instagram profiles that I was not active on, I never submitted those because I was only submitting the profiles in which I was currently active and which I was using as my main day-to-day social media profile. In terms of email IDs, I have like a ton of email IDs in that sense, but I only submitted two of my major email IDs. One is the email ID through which I applied for the visa, and one is my other work ID. So I ended up submitting those two IDs. So I did not submit all the other IDs, or like I had a Facebook account, but I was not very active on Facebook, so I ended up not giving Facebook. I was pretty like even I was stressed about it that I did not give my Facebook account, but nothing happened.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Just one clarification here. The rule says declare all, okay?
Okay, yeah.
The social media rule.
Oh, okay.
So as per the rule, you're supposed to declare all, whether you're active on it or not. They don't care
Okay.
about the activity level, but if it exists. If it's a deleted account, if it's an account which has expired, you don't have access to, that's a different thing. But if it's an account you have currently alive, then you're supposed to declare.
That was
Okay?
my bad, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. You got away from it,
Okay.
but yeah. So yeah. All right, guys. Anish, any last few tips?
No, I
Yeah.
think I know how it can get very anxious. I would just like to wish everyone all the best, and I would say that you're in very good hands. And like I was prepped very calmly, and I got a lot of confidence after prepping here. And I would just like to wish you all the very best, and whatever happens, it'll be for the good. But all the very best.
Thank you so much for sharing and taking out the time. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
wish you the best for your journey ahead.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Okay, guys. So we have few questions in the chat and few questions we can take up here. So I think you guys can just raise your hands first. Whatever is left in the chat, I can take it in the end. Let's do it that way. And we'll go quickly, right, so that we can cover as much as we can. Sushma, let's start with you.
Yeah, hi ma'am. Actually, I got my initial visa refusal in the month of October 2025, and I just want to make it for this particular fall intake. And like, when could I tentatively start looking out for slots for the same?
So, see, as per the rule, it's a 1 year waiting, right? So, in all likelihood, the slot will not be for fall, it will be for spring, like the coming spring. So, you need to either look at late fall admits.
Mhm.
There are some universities which have admits going on till September end, those, or
Okay.
for spring.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, See, from a practical point of view, maybe you can get the admit right now for fall itself and then defer it if you don't get the slot.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Because the selection of universities is better for fall compared to, a late fall or a spring. So in terms of the admit, I would say that think that you have the interview coming up in fall and go ahead and get a admit, do your university research, all of that. If the slot doesn't come, which is a likely scenario, then you have to be prepared to defer it by one intake.
Got it. Okay. Okay. And also, I just wanted to confirm, like, I have a Facebook account, but I really don't recollect the email ID I have used for it, or I don't even remember the login details to make it public, actually. It's been like it's been a very old account, and do I have to declare it on my DS 160, or like, how do I go about it? I
Guys, I
don't know,
saw,
like, how could
yes,
I make it public?
so I saw many similar questions to this in the chat. So this is for everybody facing an issue. Uh, as per the rule, you're supposed to declare, okay? But there have been instances where people are not able to retrieve the account. One way would be to try and contact customer support, with your email ID or, with whatever you remember and try and get it back. If you still can't do it, then don't declare it, okay?
Okay.
Because if you declare something and it's not public, that's a bigger problem.
Got it. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So step number one is to try and retrieve the account. Still doesn't work, then don't declare
Yeah, thank you,
it.
ma'am.
All right. Adi, are you there? You
Yeah,
have to, yeah.
Hi, Sachi. So, Sachi, I have two questions. First of all, my age is 38. I've got a MSCS admit, and my wife is a government employee. And so I want a F1 for me and a F2 for my wife. And currently, we both hold a B1, B2 visa and have been to US once in 2023. So the first question is, should I declare my wife as a dependent now when asking for the I-20 first time? Or can I add my wife later on once my F1 visa is approved? So basically, I will applying, for F1 and F2 together decrease the chances of approval due to my age. And if I is there a provision like if I add my wife later on, then the I-20 financial section will change to show a dependent. So how does what do you suggest and how does this work?
So which university and is it a funded program or not?
Yeah, it's no, it's a Sunny Buffalo MSCS, and I have got a 9K scholarship.
Okay.
And I
So,
also got an admit from Duke also, but that program I don't. It's a M engineering in AI for product innovation program, which
mhm,
is very costly actually in comparison to Sunny Buffalo. So I'm going with Sunny Buffalo. That's why.
okay. What's the difference in the course between Duke and Sunny Buffalo?
So Sunny Buffalo is MSCS, and
Okay.
Duke course is M engineering in AIPI, AI for product innovation. It's a more like a product management kind of a less technical course, but
Mhm.
both are 1.5 years. But the tuition there is around 90K, and the
Okay.
tuition at Sunny Buffalo is around 30K.
Okay. So, see, first thing is there's a difference in the approval rate for Sunny Buffalo and Duke, right? Sunny Buffalo for us comes somewhere in the, I would say, in the top mid, basically, which means that the visa approval depends a lot on your profile. It's not a direct approval. Duke, on the other hand, has much higher visa approval chances. Okay. So if I just see from an F1 perspective, uh, obviously Duke is expensive, yes, but visa approval chances are going to be much better for Duke. It comes like in the top 20 universities in the US. Now, F2 depends on the F1 chances. If you're going for Sunny Buffalo, I wouldn't recommend adding your spouse right away. Get your visa first, go to the US, then we'll have to, see how to do her profile. If she's working, it might be just as a visit. If she's not, then you might have to show her as a longer stay, arranging for, separate funds for her. If it is universities like Duke, which have very high approval, plus if you have any scholarship or anything, then in such instances, we have seen approval for both F1 and F2 together. So the whole point is the university here would be the difference, whether you should apply, with your spouse or not. If you're confused and if you don't know, whether you can do everything together, I would suggest just do F1 first. It's always better to do one thing in that and consider Duke. You will have a much easier process for the visa.
All right, got it. So if I suppose just I get my F1, so and I don't go to US, and before that, can I apply to the to for F2 for my wife? Like, can I change the I-20, or modifying the I-20 will again, I have to again declare it somewhere. So how does that work?
I-20 is not the problem here. Okay, universities will issue I-20 how many ever times you want.
Okay.
Okay, getting an I-20 is like the easiest part of this process. It's your entire intent. Like if you apply, get F1, immediately your wife goes, then he will ask her, why didn't you come with your spouse? Right? And then there's no answer to that. So that's why if you're not applying together, the best way is to stagger it. Like you get your visa, go to the US, spend some time there, then let her apply later.
So I was thinking, like, to answer this, since she's a government employee, she has to apply for a leave, extraordinary leave. That takes a lot of, like, months of approval. So if I get asked, like, will your wife be joining, I can say that her leave has not yet been approved. She might, apply for a leave later on, and then she'll apply for a visa. That is one argument I can give why she's not applying with me. So you are
But
suggesting that
leave is
I go to
related to the travel, no? Leave is not related to applying for visa, right?
right,
You
right,
can
right,
always
right.
travel later. Like to apply for visa, you don't need a leave.
Got it. And the second question I have, yeah, so that answers my first question. The second question is that all my funds, even my savings and my salary, everything is in my mother's FDs. So she's a senior citizen. So due to interest rate and all, everything is in
Yeah.
her name. So should I declare just my mother as the sponsor, or should I transfer some funds in my account and also show a personal section also, like a personal funds also? Will that make a difference?
How did you show in the I-20? It depends on that first thing. Okay. It has to match the I-20. Whether in I-20 you showed as personal funds or did you show family funds?
So,
That's
so I have to
important.
submit to the university, right? I've not submitted to the university yet. I have to submit.
Okay. So then I would recommend show both because of your years of experience, they would expect you to have some funds, right? If
Got
you
it.
work 10 plus years, they will not understand how you don't have your own funds. So they should definitely be your funds. And you can add on to that with a sponsor or with a loan, whatever else is required for that.
Got it. Got it. Okay, Sachi, thank you so much.
All right. Harish?
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. I'll be quick with the question. So I have a prior B1, B2 rejection like 10 years ago when I was in my seventh or eighth grade. So after that, I didn't reapply. So now I'm applying F1 freshly. So will that have any impact on my F1 approval? Because at that time, I know my reason for rejection was I didn't hear their questions properly and I just blabbered. So I was like
10 years
10
ago,
at
you
that
said.
time. Yeah,
You were
2016
10.
was my refusal. Yeah.
Okay. What was your age then?
I was in my eighth grade, like I was
Oh, okay.
11 years old.
Okay. No, not much.
Okay.
Okay. Though you have to declare it in the form because all
Okay.
refusals need to be declared. And I'm guessing you
Okay.
applied with your parents that time?
No, it was actually a part of a school
School
exchange
group.
program,
Okay.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's fine. You just declare it. That's it. It won't impact
okay.
much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Mahalakshmi?
Hi, Sachi.
Hi.
Actually, I have a previous refusal last year in 2025. So this year, I want to give a one more try. So does changing the university will improve my chances of approval?
Yes. Have you decided from which to which? What's the choice?
Actually, previously I was refused for Sunny Buffalo. So this year, like I have applied for Sunny Buffalo and I got a scholarship too. And I have applied to Texas A&M and University of Florida, but like I did not got the admits yet.
Texas
So
A&M
with
College Park or which one?
College Park
Okay. And which is the second one?
and University of Florida.
University of Florida. Okay. See, I think Texas A&M College Park is definitely better than Sunny Buffalo. If you get a better admit, then yes, changing the university makes sense.
Mm.
Is there any change in course or will the course remain the same?
Yeah, like before I applied for MIS, now I applied for MSCS.
Okay, there's a change in course.
Yeah, but I wanted to go for Sunny Buffalo because it is cost effective.
Yeah. So, see, talking purely from an approval point of view, right? Which means that we are looking at the university ranking, reputation, all of these things. From if I just see from that perspective, Texas A&M, University of Florida, I think both are better ranked than Sunny Buffalo, right?
Okay.
However, change in course is also questioned from MIS
Mm-hmm.
to switching to CS. Now that if you feel your profile can justify that, because it's been a year, so maybe in the last 1 year your work roles changed or you took up some new work, new projects. So if you're able to
Yeah.
justify a change in course, plus funding is not an issue for you, you're able to show sufficient funds, then I would
Mm-hmm.
recommend. Both are better than Sunny Buffalo. Sunny Buffalo would rank third amongst this.
Okay. And
Yeah.
also, like, I refused for a week intent to my home country. I mean, week ties to my home country. So, like, getting the like job offer or something from my current manager. So, does that help my approval?
So again, this is for everybody. 214B is a general rejection reason, okay? Everybody gets it. That weak home ties is not for you. It's like a rejection reason for everybody across all categories, not just for F1. So in US
Okay.
visa, they don't tell you the reason for rejection. They give you one slip of 214B which says you have weak home ties. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For student visa, primarily the reason for rejection is either university or him not understanding why you need to study at this point of time, or them not believing, your funding is strong enough. These are the three things. Home ties is not like really, I would say, something that they're specifically checking, like, that way, are you going to come back after the course or not? That is something which is checked more for other categories like a tourist visa or a business visa. So don't worry about the home tie part, and no offer is required. You need to
Okay.
focus more on your university, your DS 160, your answers, these three things.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yana?
Okay. Thank
Hi, Sachi. I think we've spoken before also, I think in January when you had a again session like this. So I applied to another university too, to UIC, University of Illinois in Chicago. I was
Yeah.
rejected in August 2025. I chose Iowa State University. So now I'm planning to go to UIC and I'm also getting a scholarship offer from there. So I'm just waiting for the response back. And I'm applying for fall 2026 with the same major, biochemistry.
Okay.
So what do you think? Is it a good thing to go ahead with, or it's I just should stick to Iowa State?
Uh, any scholarships?
So from Iowa, I didn't get any scholarships yet, but I also applied to Miami. From Miami, I'm getting like $16,000 scholarship.
Okay. Course is the same?
Yes.
Okay. So ranking wise, I think UIC would be better ranked. Just trying
Yeah.
to figure out how much is the difference.
I think it is 86 or something,
Yeah,
if I'm not wrong.
slightly better. What about the third one? What did you say? Miami, right? You got it
Yeah,
right?
Miami, which is in Oxford, Ohio.
Okay. No, you got the admit from that?
Yes.
Okay. So how about that? Wouldn't that be
So
better ranked?
but the ranking is 136 or 132. It's worse than Iowa also.
University of Miami? Which one?
The one in Oxford, Ohio.
Okay. It's not the main one. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Um, and you have a refusal.
Yes.
Okay, from Iowa, right? Okay.
Yes.
See, I think it's kind of an upgrade, not a very huge, significant one.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a better course curriculum in UIC, something that you're able to justify why you're switching to university, let's say that
Yeah.
there's some electives or some more specialized tracks, then yes,
So
it
I
makes.
think it's well off better in Chicago side because there is more networking and research opportunities more than Iowa. I can justify that section. But do you think this is a great idea to go ahead with, or it's not?
It's moderate.
It's moderate. So
It's moderate,
are there
not too bad, not bad.
chances? Are there
Chances
any chances?
also, I would say, see, the university upfront is not an approval university, but it,
Mm-hmm.
this university combined with a strong profile, good answers, everything being perfect in the interview, yes, there's an
And
approval.
if I get a
Yeah,
scholarship, so that should be much better, right?
yeah,
If I get
definitely.
a
Guys,
okay.
scholarships help anybody, right? And why is that? It's not like, oh, you're taking money from the government. I think it's just that scholarship means that the university has recognized you, that okay,
Okay.
you're worth, investing in, they want you to come. So it's just like a tick for the officer that okay, even the university wants this student.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Yes. Thank you so much.
All right.
Hi,
Rashmi.
Sakshi.
Right.
Yes. So last year I went to US, as I already stated, on a J1. And then soon after I returned to India, I applied for another J1 for Oklahoma State University, and that was rejected because maybe I have failed to, deliver my profile rightly, or I don't know, maybe funding reason also. But now I got admit from University of Pennsylvania for PhD program, fully funded. So yes, it's an Ivy League school. Now I'm pretty much in safer case. But what are the things that I need to be very considerate?
Have you got the slot or not yet?
No, I'm looking for it. Maybe in a 2 months,
So
in a
two
month or
things. J1, F1 come under the same category.
okay,
Okay. So one thing to keep in mind is the J1 refusal will have impact on your F1 slot availability.
okay, okay,
So you need to be a little bit flexible in the timeline. Maybe it'll take you a bit more time to get the slot.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
That's one. Second is, what did you do on J1 in the US? What were you doing there?
Uh, I'm a biotech graduate, so I was in my college when I went for this program. So with ties to my college, they sent me directly, and I worked in a lab for 6 months for a project. The project was over. I didn't overstay, or the whole history was very clear. So once after the visa ending date, I just came back, and the program was over.
And the second J1 was for?
Second J1 is also for the same thing, like a research scholar or an intern, which is on the same category, but it's a different university. The thing is, the officer asked me, first time you went and you funded by yourself. The second time, why the university is not funding you? That's the question they asked, and I think it's a pretty much valid question, and maybe that can be my reason to refusal. So yeah.
So if you've already done one research, unless the second research kind of goes more in depth,
Mm,
complements it, is from the
okay.
same institute, then only,
Yeah.
it works from a different place, different domain. Then they think you're
Uh-huh.
just compounding your stay in the US.
Okay.
So the
Yeah.
second thing that you could do probably, I would say, is try and get some experience now so that you can
Huh.
justify studying, justify the PhD, basically.
Yeah, I
So
currently I'm
that's the
working
second.
now
Yeah.
in IIT, so that can add up the thing that you were
Yes.
stating.
Yes. So
Okay,
you went, you came back, you worked, whatever you did in that domain. From there, you want to
catched.
go deeper into the PhD. That's
Okay,
the all right.
okay,
So yeah, wait for the slots.
huh.
Meanwhile, keep building your profile. These are the two things I would suggest.
Okay. So university wise and approval wise, it's not a problem,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's fine. UPenn is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So they might be asking me questions about my previous refusal, my previous
Yes.
stay in US. Yeah,
Previous
and
refusal, previous stay, change in university, change in intent from research, short-term
huh,
research to more longer
long term.
program.
Huh.
So it's like a bit complex. So I would also recommend for complex profiles like this, opt for a detailed prep because there are a lot of facets to cover and
Yeah.
things have to be done right from the DS 160, right? From there, we need to
Okay.
align all of these things. Okay.
Okay. So Sakshi, I might be getting my slot by next week, next month, or the other month. So can I contact you for my prep?
Yeah, yeah. So I'll give you guys few options at the end. So yeah, we help with the DS 160 interview prep, mock, the entire thing. So yeah, you can just reach out to us. Okay.
Sure. Okay. So I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Ayush?
Yes, ma'am. If you will allow, I need to ask two questions, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one is, ma'am, related to the slides which you showed earlier as well, that a better university with a higher rank gives a much better probability of getting a visa approval. So in this question itself, ma'am, I have been admitted to the Georgetown.
uh, suppressed until in a P zone there. He told
Just keep your mics on. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Continue.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have been admitted to the Georgetown University for the Juris Doctor program, and I have also got a scholarship for 126,000 US dollar. So does this create a better profile for me, being that it is considered as in the law field T14 law school? So
Georgetown, right?
yes, ma'am, Georgetown
And
University.
what's the program?
It's the JD program, Juris Doctor program.
Okay. What's the duration?
It's the 3 year duration.
3 year. Okay. And what percentage is funded? Like 124K is an absolute number, but how much of your tuition fees covered? 50%?
It's roughly around 52%, ma'am.
Okay. So, I mean, Georgetown, yes, that's a good university, funded, that adds to it. Uh, what was your question? Sorry, what
Uh,
did you want to know?
does it creates a better profile for me
Better from what? Like better in
from
like
in getting visa approval in
so
these
Georgetown
circumstances?
as such is fine. The university
Hmm.
is fine. You have a scholarship, that's fine.
Hmm.
But now what is this program? Why you're doing the program?
Hmm.
How does studying law in the US make sense in India? All that
Hmm.
also has to be figured out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the another question in that itself, ma'am, adding to this that I got the admit last year itself.
Okay.
Due to some family problems and occurring to that some financial burdens as well, I could
Mhm.
not go through with the program. So as a request to the university, they gave me a deferral with the scholarship deferred with me as well.
Okay.
So does this create a situation which I need to tackle
No,
in
no,
this year?
no. As long as you have the updated I-20, that's it. Whether you deferred it or that doesn't make any difference. Yeah.
And sorry for interrupting, ma'am.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in a situation that I'm in two and fourth with the university. They are also eager to increase my scholarship to at least 80% of the total, and asking them for 100%. So should it be because due to this two and fourth from me and the university side, does this hampers because the timeline might get a little bit more as it starts like
Yeah.
late March?
See, I would say keep a deadline for
Hmm.
wrapping this up, right? Right now we are in March. I would say that keep March as your deadline.
Hmm.
Don't let it stretch beyond that. Because ideally you would want to wrap up your interview by June end, not beyond that.
Absolutely.
So you've already got some amount of scholarship. It's a good university. Whatever best you can get, do that, but don't let it stretch too much.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, Shivani.
Hey, hi Sachi.
Hi.
So I was refused last year, July, and I was going for the ASU. And this time I've got the admit from another university, that's UMass Amherst. So will that increase my chances of visa approval? And
Same
also
course.
one, yeah, yeah, same course, it's MSCS.
Okay.
Also, I
Bachelor or
currently
master's?
have an experience of 6+ years now
Oh,
as a
okay.
software engineer.
Okay. See, ASU in the last recent years hasn't seen good approval. So from ASU to UMass Amherst is definitely like a good upgrade, I would say. Um, do focus on your work part because 6 years would be considered a significant experience by the visa officer. So the way we do it is that we don't justify a master's from the entire 6 years. We break it into 2 to 3 different chunks. And the last 2 to 3 years of the experience, we show something different in that, which links to the master's.
Yeah,
So focus on the recent last 2 years of experience, see which part of that relates to the specialization of your master's and justify from that. So university, you're better off. That's good. Make sure your funding, everything is in place. If any scholarship is possible, get that. And focus on the way you present your profile in the DS 160, the work and the answers. Okay, the entire 6 years shouldn't look the same. There should be some variation, some gradient, and the last 2 to 3 years should relate to the masters.
sure.
That's it.
Just one more question. So last time I had got a service ID from ASU, and this time I've got a different service ID from UMass Amherst that's on my I-20. So do I need to pay the service fee again, or I can transfer it?
See,
Pay
service
or
fee
yeah,
is validity of 1 year
yeah.
from the day you pay. So if you have crossed that 1 year, you need to pay it again. And the best way to check this is mail the service support. Go to the service website, there's a support ID. Email them and tell them this exact scenario and let them confirm on email. Okay.
Okay.
But the general rule is it's 1 year valid. So if it's beyond that 1 year, you have to pay again.
So at the time of giving my visa interview, so I had applied in May. So, but if I get my interview slot in July, will that still be valid?
No, it's crossed 1 year, right? It won't be
Yeah.
valid. Yeah.
Okay.
12 months from the day of payment of the service fee.
Okay. So if I now change, if I now itself transfer the service ID, it is not on the date which I'm transferring. It should be valid at the time of when I'm giving the interview.
Service fee needs to be, yes, it needs to be valid at the time of the interview. It has a validity of 1 year, the fee that you've paid. So,
Okay.
like I said, the best way would be, sorry, mail the service support and tell them
Mm.
exactly this, that I paid on this, now I'm transferring, my interview is in May or June. Do I need to pay again? Let them confirm on email. most likely they'll say you have to pay. So you'll have to pay that fee, the SEVIS
Okay.
side,
Okay.
to the new
Sure.
ID, that is.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Irfan?
Hey, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so I was refused in December 2025. So I was going for my master's in Tennessee State University with a fully funded graduate research assistantship that will cover my living and tuition fees also, but got a very quick refusal from the Chennai consulate. And the university agreed me to defer my admission into fall 2026.
Which university, sorry? What did you say?
Tennessee State University.
Tennessee
It is
State,
not a
okay.
highly ranked
Yeah.
university, but got a fully funded. Yeah.
Yes.
And also one of the professors from South Dakota State University also agreed to give a GRA, but it is not 100% confirmed. So should I stick with the TSU or SDSU for better approval?
South Dakota. That's the second one. Second option.
Yeah, South Dakota State University, SDSU.
And here you don't. What's the course you're going for?
So I am graduated in dairy technology, so I'm going for masters in food technology.
Okay.
Food science, food technology, agriculture related course.
Okay. See, I would say the fully funded one is a better option amongst the two.
Yeah.
Ranking wise, there's not too much difference.
Yeah, so actually,
two
the both
options.
currently TSU has issued me a GRI offer letter that I went up for and got a refusal, and SDSU is also might give me fully funded GRI. So that is not 100% confirmed, and they will be offering that funding in this fall or spring.
Yeah. So if both are funded, then I would say there's not too much difference between the university, unless you see any major difference in the curriculum or something unique in the subject, or if you're able to work on any particular research that you're not getting, in Tennessee State. Unless you have any such factors, then I would say the previous one is better. I mean, you can stick to the same, basically.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And also do keep in mind the next interview will be now in December 26th this year.
Yeah, sure. So I won't be able to make it into fall.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, as of now, US visa rules are changing every day, right? So if tomorrow they open up the slots, we don't know, but as of today. So the reason I'm telling you this is you can plan your profile. That's the reason. Think of your work, what else can you improve? How much can you improve your funds? All of these you can plan in the coming months. Okay.
Yeah, sure. The funding was fully covered,
Funding is
and
funded,
I am
yeah.
not.
Your profile. Yeah, your profile.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I got refused and the reason interview.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Guys, I'm going to spend 15 minutes more taking up questions, and then we'll quickly skim through the chat. Okay. So just a quick time check on that. Sayali? You're on mute, Sayali. Just unmute your mic.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, so I'll go quickly to my through my two questions. My first visa refusal was in June 2025 in Mumbai, and second refusal was in August 2025 in Dubai. So when can I expect my next visa slots? Means will it be counted from June or
From June. Yeah.
from
So
June?
thankfully, it is only of India. They're not taking the global refusal.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my second question is related to my course. So earlier I was applied for retail merchandising and fashion management from LIM College, New York. And now I've changed my course fully to technical textiles, like masters in textile technology. I have two admits, Thomas Jefferson and North Carolina State University. I have also applied to Cornell, same course, MS in fiber science. I'm waiting the acceptance from Cornell, but my top priority is to North Carolina State University. So, would you suggest me to go with North Carolina? Because considering, of course, Cornell is an Ivy League, but considering textile field, North Carolina is the topmost university in the world. So, I wanted to have your
When you
suggestion
say
on that.
topmost, how did you quantify that for North Carolina?
North Carolina is mainly for agriculture and textiles.
Okay. And overall ranking is also better, right? Than Thomas
Yes,
Jefferson.
overall ranking is also better. It is, I believe it is top 50. And for textile, it is top 1 in world.
So the question here really is to how much to wait for Cornell, basically.
Right.
Again, I would say, see, since if you have a refusal June 2025, most likely the slot will only be May end onwards, right?
Okay.
So you have time till I would say at least April to wait. So wait till then. Okay.
Okay.
Wait till maybe like third week of April and see if there's any progress. If not,
Okay.
start filling your form, everything for North
Okay.
Carolina. And again, you have time till biometric to change the
Yeah.
university, right?
Yeah.
So even if you book a slot and beyond that, also if the admit comes and till biometric, still you can change the university. So I think you have enough buffer. Just
Mm-hmm.
start with what you have and then see, have a wait and watch approach. If you go
Okay.
ahead.
So,
Yeah.
considering visa interview and visa, considering the visa, what do you think? Which university is best for this course?
Is it the same course in Cornell?
Uh, yeah, this in NCSU, this is not textile technology, and in Cornell, it is MS in fiber science.
And the previous was retail, right? That was
Previous was retail, yeah, retail and fashion related.
we'll have to see, Sayali. I don't have an
Okay.
answer because we'll have to really look at the electives now because it becomes a little
Yeah,
granular, right?
sure, sure.
Just going from the face value of it, Cornell rings better,
Yeah,
right? But there are
yeah,
many students who opt for slightly lower rank because of a better course, better offering, scholarship,
right,
all this.
right.
So probably we can weigh in both the pros and cons and then kind of arrive at the decision for this. Yeah.
Correct, correct. Better,
Yeah.
I will connect with you later,
Yeah.
afterwards, and then sure. Thanks, Sach.
All right. So I'll just take up last two questions here and then we'll go to the chat. Sanchana?
Yeah, hello, ma'am. So I have two questions for you.
Yeah.
The first one is about the financial documents for F1 visa. So I'm a fresher, and I wanted to know if if we should show 1.5 times the amount in I-20, or should we even show more than that?
Masters?
Yes, masters. Yes, ma'am. MSc. Yes, I'm going.
So, regarding you asked about documents, we have an entire checklist of documents. We'll send it in the groups, right? You can check it there. Regarding the amount, see, ideal situation is to be fully covered. And that means you have enough funding for the entire 2 years. If that's not possible, then 1.5 times is the next level. What you should not do is 1 year. Okay, that's completely to be avoided. Having enough funds for just 1 year. So 1.5 is kind of like your minimum. Whatever you can push beyond that, you can do it. And this comes from multiple sources. That means loan, savings, scholarship, personal funds. Everything put together should cover the 2 years or the 1.5 times.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, I have another question. So now I have gotten admit into Northeastern. I'm also waiting for other universities. So what is the approval rate for the university?
I wish I had an answer to this. What is the approval rate? Because Northeastern is a massive university. There's so many courses and approval rate is different for everything.
Okay.
And
It
also
depends
for
on the courses
Northeastern,
also.
sorry,
Does it depend on the courses which we'll be
depends on
going?
the course. For Northeastern, it depends on the course, depends on your profile. With Northeastern, there are all types of students. There are students with an approval, students with a rejection.
Okay.
So is it a university where there's a lot of comfort? No. But is it a university where there's a rejection always? Again, no. So it would be a mix of the university, your profile, your answers, the visa officer, everything coming together. Yeah.
All
right.
Thank you.
Okay. Vidyesh?
Yeah, hello Sashi. Actually, I got refused in last April 2025. I have got my refusal slot as well. It's on. I have OFC on 17th of April next month, and I have an interview on 30th of April. So last year I got refused on ASU. My course was construction management and technology. Uh, so as usual, I also got the 214B receipt, and I'm again going with the same university and same course. But last time I wasn't having any experience, and for this attempt, I'll be having 1 year of relevant field experience, and I have also published few research papers as well. So, you have any opinion? Like, what should I have to add to my profile to improve or increase
Which course is
chances?
it?
It's construction management and technology.
Okay. Any scholarship?
No.
Okay. See, with ASU, again, it's something similar to Northeastern, right?
Okay.
It used to have good approval. Recent years, somehow the approvals has been tanking. So I would say at this point of time, apart from the university, focus on everything else, since you've already booked
Okay.
your slot, right? So no point worrying about the university now. So DS 160, your answers, are they sounding natural? Is it connecting to your profile? Are you able to convince the officer why ASU, why not anywhere else? Go through the prep. Have you seen our videos on the interview prep?
Yes, I do. One thing I would like to mention
Yeah.
here that
Mhm.
last time at the interview, at the question, why this university? At the very first sentence, he told me that just don't give me the memorized answer,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think that's the
Yes,
point
exactly.
why I got refused.
So exactly. And now it's changed to don't give me ChatGPT answer. They say this now. Okay. So you
Right.
need to, that's exactly what I said, that you need to focus on your answers. How natural is it? How is it connecting, to your profile? The communication is the key here now. So I would suggest come for a proper prep, right? So that we can look at your form, we can frame the answers, we can give you the mocks. So go through the entire process step by step. That's what
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll be registering for your uh,
Yeah.
service as well. And my experience that for this attempt, I'll be having 1 year of experience. Will it help for me, or is there
It will.
anything?
It
Okay,
will help provided we use it to justify, okay,
got it.
why you're doing the masters, why you've
Mhm.
stuck to the same university. Because one of the question will be, why didn't you change the university?
Okay.
So from your experience, you need to now relate that because I have, let's say, experience in so and so domain, and this course has this particular topics. So it is still relevant for me,
Okay.
the university. So it will help if we use it in the answers. Then yes.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, sorry, I'm already out of time, but I'm going to spend a few more minutes on the chat. Before we go in, just a quick summary of what we do. I believe many of you are new here. I don't know how much of the YouTube videos have been showing up, how many of the reels you've seen. But basically, I am a visa coach. I've been doing this for 5 years. This will be my sixth year. And we essentially help people clear the visa process. We work across all categories, including the students, the F1. And our main expertise is in the DS-160 form, proper filling, bringing out your profile. If you have a refusal, justifying that refusal well in the form. Then I take the sessions myself for answer structuring and for the mocks. Plus, I have my team who will help you out, with the documents and with, all the admin related work. Additionally, we also help in visa slots as well. So pretty much the end to end, when it comes to the F1 visa. This At this point of time, we are also helping with the university selection. So if you're in a place where you have your admits, but you're not sure what to do, or you have few options in hand and you want to kind of discuss what's the best way to go forward, we even offer assistance for that. So I'm going to just send you a list of everything that we have after the session. So do take a look. We have the WhatsApp group. I think all of you are already part of the community. So the objective is to regularly have these interaction sessions with me, with sometimes with a student. So be active in the community and not just with me, with each other also as well. I feel that sharing the information, sharing the tips, resources that you have with each other, that's going to help you. And do keep a tab on the YouTube because that's where our main content comes. That's where we upload, all the regular information. So we have few videos lined up already. So just keep watching and keep updating yourself there as well. So it's already 8:45, so I'm going to spend about 15-20 minutes just on the chat questions. And if anything is left, please put it in the group, in the WhatsApp group, okay? So I can always come back there and answer your questions. So I'm just going to scroll from the bottom just to keep it easy. Shiva says, I have admits from MSCS, Sunny Buffalo, University of Utah. I'm going with Georgia State. Very good. Okay, guys. So the longer questions, I'm sorry, just message me, okay, if I'm not taking up your questions. I'm going to just read the questions which are easy to answer here. Okay. So Radhika wants to ask that I have refusal in November last year for F1, whether the wait time for F2 is also the same. My husband will be graduating. Yes. So F1, F2, J1, they all come under the same category. So it is similar wait time. Though in some instances, we have seen people with the F1 refusal get slot for F2 a bit quicker. So I believe it won't be exactly 1 year, but yes, there will still be some wait time, even for F2 slot. Ruchira wants to know that I was refused in December 2020 twice, and since 2022 till Feb 25, I am been on H4. Now I'm applying for University of South Carolina, Wilmington. I have TA. Earlier it was this. Okay, Ruchira, what's your question? You need to let me know your question, okay? Okay, this is a really important question. So Saira wants to know, and I think I saw a few other questions similar to this. And this question is basically about where can you give the visa interview from? So Her question is that she is from Nepal, but she completed schooling in India and currently residing here in India. So I'm planning to pursue my master's in US. Can I schedule my visa interview from India or should it be from Nepal? Okay. So guys, this is important. So again, this is I would say a rule change which happened last year. Earlier, you could give your interview from anywhere in the world. Now the rule is you have to give your interview either from the country you belong to or the country you're residing in. So residing in means that if you're living or working in that country. So Saira, if you're working in India, and I would say that you have track record of at least 1 year of working in India, then yes, you can give the visa interview from here. And same applies to all of you. Unless you are living in a country or working or studying there, you cannot give the interview from that country. Okay, this one is also, I think, a very common question. So Gautam says, people say that STEM applicants have better approval rate at Hyderabad, while others say Delhi. Does consulate make any difference? So, okay, thank you so much, first of all, for asking this question. So if I look at a percentage approval, right, it's very flat. It's very similar across consulates. There is no consulate which is giving out more visas and no consulate which says that we don't give visas. It's not like that. It's very similar. However, there is a difference. Now, what is that difference? The difference, first of all, is in the volume of applications. Hyderabad embassy sees the highest number of slots opening up. Also, it's a bigger embassy, which means that you'll have more students going to Hyderabad, which in turn means that you're going to hear more stories from Hyderabad. You will hear more approvals. You will also hear more rejections. So you have to keep this in mind that the volume of applications is different. It's the least in Kolkata, the highest in Hyderabad. That doesn't mean Kolkata is not giving the visas, and it also doesn't mean that Hyderabad is giving more visas. Second thing, the difference is in the, I would say, the focus area of the questions. Though in the last intake, it was very flat, all the consulates were asking the same type of questions. But in the past, we have seen some difference in the focus. For example, Hyderabad tends to focus a lot on profile. Mumbai focuses a lot on university. Delhi is again profile and funding based. And these are trends, they keep changing. It's not like Mumbai is always university, Hyderabad is always profile. It's not like that. So, as and when the season progresses, what we do is that we keep track of all the interviews that are happening and we find kind of, find these trends and then bring it to you that, okay, this consulate is focusing on these type of questions, or these are the most common questions asked in this particular consulate. And we've done this for every intake, including the last one. So I would say keep yourself aware of the trends of that consulate and we will bring out this content for you. So just stay tuned. Okay, it will come your way. Okay, this is again an important question. So Jairam is asking, what is the procedure for updating or linking the revised DS-160 form at the biometric stage in the scenario where we want to change the university I-20 to a better university, which we received? Okay, so yes, that's the bottom line, that till your biometric is done, you have the flexibility of changing your DS-160 form, updating your university, both, right? Now, what's the way to do it? First step would be to fill a new DS-160 form. So if your old one is already submitted, fill a fresh DS-160 form with the new I-20, which means that the SEVIS number, the university point of contact, the address, all of that should be as per the new I-20. The second step is when you go for the biometric, take the old and the new DS-160 confirmation page, plus the old and the new I-20 with you. And you have to inform them. So the first step in a biometric is document verification. At that stage, you need to inform them of this change, that you have filled a new form and you have a new I-20. So the coordinator there will update it manually in the system. So manually, he will enter the new form number in the system and update the service number that you have already entered in your visa portal. And when that gets completed, he will kind of give you like a tick on the new DS-160 confirmation page, which means that it's done. And that's what you carry ahead for the interview. So pretty much biometric is where all of this happens. From your side, you should have the original DS-160 confirmation. That's mandatory. Without that, the appointment will not be valid. And of course, all the new documents that you want to get updated. Okay, Pawan, sorry, I'm seeing your question now. So he's asking which university did Anish pursue his MBA? It's Columbia. Okay, so he's going to Columbia. All right. Okay, fine. I think the rest are very specific university questions. So we are out of time here today, but you can put it in the group. I can always, get back to you later. So yeah, guys, so I hope the session has helped you. Good to see so many of you here today. So we're going to be doing it regularly. And yeah, we'll keep you posted, updated on everything that's happening. Anything urgent, last one or two question, anything that has not been covered? Or before that, actually, I want some suggestions. What content do you guys want to see? Like, how are you preparing? Where do you search? Are you going to ChatGPT only, or are you still coming to YouTube? So if anybody could throw some insights on that for me so that I can plan my content and my work better. Anyone can share some insights. What are you searching for exactly, and what is it that you're looking
Most probably I do check YouTube videos where like common thing visa interview prep for US for F1 or J1, whatever it is. Most probably I'll be checking in YouTube and sometimes in Instagram Reels. So it would be good if you could post some videos in YouTube.
But what do you search for? Like, what are you checking? Is it a very pointed question, or is it just general prep?
In my case, since I already told you I was been in US for 6 months J1, so in that case I'm just checking how they'll ask question if I already have a J1 and now if I'm appearing for a new F1. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Anybody else? Somebody has written ChatGPT here. Okay, great. Good to know that. Anybody else who's what are the resources that you guys want, and rather like what do you think is the requirement that would make your prep, your journey easy? Any other insights, guys? Is anybody still watching the long videos, or is everybody just looking at reels?
Most of the times it is reels.
Okay.
Because like as I think so many of us are working and somebody are yeah, continuing their studies. So they would not be having so much time to watch long videos. Instead, like whatever changes are there, if we can see it for 1 2 minutes, few reels, it's like we are getting so much information. Because going to YouTube and searching for that might happen just before preparation. Otherwise, if we have so much time for visas interview, and if we are not, if we just wanted to look for updates, it's reels. For preparation, it would be YouTube maybe.
Got it.
Ma'am,
So when you're
I
in the
would
preparation mode,
suggest
you're looking at long video. And if you just want to know what's happening, you're looking at reels. Is that correct?
Yes, that is that is what I was doing.
Okay. Sorry, somebody was saying something.
yes, ma'am. I would suggest since the refusal people we are so desperate about the visa for this year especially. So whatever video that you are posting and whatever the video the other visa coach are posting every day, we were so desperate to know the news and what's happening in the real time. So whether it's a short video or long video, we would obviously pay attention to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my main way is long videos, which have a lot of detail, a lot of information.
That is
But
necessary,
I'm
I
not
think.
sure if that works now. That's the doubt I have now, right? Because 2 years back it was a very different story. Now with the way social media works, it's a lot of effort, to sit down, make like a 15-20 minute video, edit it, put it out. So anybody here still watching long videos? I can see a few comments which says long videos.
Yes, majorly it's for refusal visa prep.
Hmm. Okay. So for more detailed prep, you're looking at the long videos.
Exactly.
Got it. Also, one thing, okay, there are a lot of yes, okay, 2 years. Okay, great. Good to know. That's encouraging. I didn't touch upon undergrad specifically. Somebody has messaged me on that. Anything about undergrad? So, Aditya, yes. So, whatever we are discussing today, right, applies to undergrad as well. Just the experience part is not relevant. Undergrad is more academic focused. So, they will look at your 12 scores, your test scores. They will try to assess if there's any gaps. Gaps matter more in undergrad compared to a master's level. We will have some content for undergrad as well. Okay. And just to take up your question, visa approved for SJSU for CS. So SJSU, again, I would say is like a mixed bag. There are approvals and denials both. At undergrad level, scholarship makes a very huge difference, much more than masters. So if you get a scholarship from SJSU, then yes, I would say that would make it better. But yeah, it would be a mixed bag. You'll have to, consider all the other factors as well for this. All
Ma'am,
right,
a
should we
quick
wrap up?
question.
Yeah,
A quick
yeah,
question, ma'am.
yeah.
I already said I have changed my passport because of the address particulars. So changing it any time during the after refusal or before refusal is not a problem, right? Because however it is linked, all the passports are linked. So
Correct.
changing any time doesn't make any difference, right?
Unless you hide the refusal and things like that, right?
No,
Then
no,
that
no,
would
no,
be.
no.
So yeah. Otherwise, yeah, they wouldn't think that just because of a refusal you're changing the password. Okay.
So refusal case, I'll be mentioning the DS 160, right?
Correct.
Apart from that, nothing.
Yeah. You have to just
So
declare.
Yeah, I want to declare, and then changing any time after refusal, it's not a problem.
Yes, it's not a problem.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, guys. So I think we can wrap up. Anything
Ma'am,
that
how are we supposed to approach you for the preparation
yes.
and all of that?
Okay, that's good. Thank you for reminding. Uh, so I would suggest, I think the group, all of you have my number there, I'm guessing, in the WhatsApp group. Have you seen that?
Yeah, ma'am, we do have
Yeah.
your number. Yeah.
So I guess WhatsApp, you can just message me and I would be redirecting you to somebody from my team who can have a more, in-depth discussion with you, understand your requirements, and then suggest what to do. Okay. So as a first point of contact, you can reach out to me directly. Or if you go to our website, there's a dedicated WhatsApp number there as well. So that person is like a student support. Like he is there to understand your requirements, tell you what exactly you need to do next. So you could also reach out there. Email works as well. So my email ID, I will be sending it. So you can also email me. So let me just put together everything in one message and put it in the groups and I'll just pin it so that you have everything. All right. We will be putting out some things in the community. So my team is just telling me that we'll put out a few details and links. So we'll do that. Contacting us shouldn't be a problem. So we'll make it very clear where exactly you can reach us. Okay. All right, guys. So let's wrap up. Wish you all the best. And yeah, keep preparing, keep monitoring, keep tracking. And I really hope all of you get your visas. So we'll meet again soon. So till then, yeah, take care. Bye, guys.